revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, Sam off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Rock it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw on 3rd down. Eason steps away to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Check three. Hey, wahoo! Snap.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Yeah, this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
And the Browns first down.
Ready.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31.
Be grip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Eason, and that's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Eason flush to his right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. On 4th down, Eason going for it all. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Callaway. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
On 3rd down, Callaway. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Escaping the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already got into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Let's go.
From the gun, Eason. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. This offense has converted in this spot twice already here in this first quarter. Now, can they convert again here on 4th down?
Score. Alert 3. Alert 3. Check nickel. Now.
On 4th down, Eason. And he will find his man on the outside. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Leo. Go out.
They'll run on 1st down. Donaldson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check. Lucky.
On 2nd down now, Donaldson. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. On 3rd down, Donaldson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, Eason. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Ready.
Off play action. Callaway. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you.
Operating from the gun. Callaway. Got his man complete over the middle. It's man. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 83 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. It usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches at the 45-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Second down and inches. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. From the gun, Eason is going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
That's the end of the first quarter. Let's go. With the score, Browns 14, Ravens 7.
Here we go, here we go. 90 Wolf.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Looking to throw. Eason toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like that memory was a little too long there.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Back to throw. Callaway. Over the middle, complete. That's Yates. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 1st down, Yates. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Just like that.
Looking to throw. Callaway. He's going to fire one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Collectively, great defense. It takes all 11, especially down here toward the goal line.
The call comes in, and the call essentially says all 11 have to make a play here. You have to show toughness. We just saw it there.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Kill, kill, kill.
They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Browns drive about to get started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop. X3. 218, chop it. Rock it.
Check 37, check 37.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Donaldson. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. 98 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Gone. Bang, bang.
On second down now, Coat. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Check. Crunch.
On second down, it's Yates. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Back to throw. Callaway. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Eason flushed out right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Leo.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Watch QB. Go.
Off the play fake. Eason looking deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down now, it's Yates. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
3 down. Check 26, check 26. Get it.
They'll run on first down. Yates, and he's got some space here. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Protein spill.
Out. Shoot.
Look, squeeze.
On first down, it's Yates, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Kill. Turn up. Check 26, check 26.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Callaway. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Eluding the pressure right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Operating from the gun, Eason. Flush to his right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On second down, Donaldson. And a short gain down to about the 33. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. From the gun on third down. Eason escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right. Here we go. Let's go.
Throwing again. Eason. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. A final shot before break. Eason, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. The extra point up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into the...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Eason got his man complete over the middle. It's Cummings. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
3rd and long. Eason, and he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Single receiver.
Hey, Orbit.
Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Shoot.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners, some of them actually listed?
And he is going to go down, back at the 11-yard line.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
From the gun on 3rd down. Callaway got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Ravens get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now down to 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right?
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
His throw caught at about the 5. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
He's not going to get me.
Get it.
From the gun, Eason. Flushed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
Situation, let's go. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Come on, boys.
Operating from the gun, Eason, that's caught at the 1. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs, but the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
On the double.
Mike 51.
Hey, foxtrot. Ready?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Shaw eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point up and through. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play, but...
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Throw left side complete. That's Flynn. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator is looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On 2nd down now, it's Yates. The 20. A big play there on the option. 44 yards. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play.
Check 99. Check 99.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score. And the Ravens are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
23 yards on the play. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off play action. Eason going up top. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Eason. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They run the counter. Donaldson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Hey, Haywood. Hey, lock it.
I'm ready. Watch twist. Let's go.
On 4th down, Eason. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
51 the mic, boy. 51. All day.
2nd and 13. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
They'll run on 1st down. Donaldson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Donaldson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. The Browns on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Eason. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Eason. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Safety's creeping.
Back, back, back. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Check 13. Check 13. Ready.
On 2nd down, Donaldson. Got some real estate inside the 30. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
63. Ravens 28.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Let's go.
On 1st down, Yates, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Protein spill.
The 34-yard line.
Let's go.
Off play action, Shaw. On the crossing route, complete. It's man. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Yates, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, 5. The Browns are in. Touchdown. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Coates stiff-armed him. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Check 61, matchbox lights.
To throw on 2nd down. Shaw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Callaway. And he's got his man on the out route. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Callaway. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Well, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On 3rd down, Yates. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Hey, Sam on.
No.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving.
You have to text Dad now or something?
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't